No matter how much effort you give, sometimes success still feels just out of reach. You work hard, you push yourself, yet the results don't seem to match the energy you've invested. It's frustrating, and while it's easy to think the problem is the work itself, in truth, it's often the mindset behind the work. The way you think shapes everything: your decisions, your habits, and even the way you respond to opportunities. If your mind is filled with doubt, fear of failure, or constant focus on problems instead of solutions, success will always feel distant. But the moment you shift your mindset, embracing growth, resilience, and confidence, you unlock your real potential. Without that change, you'll keep spinning in place, watching others move ahead while you stay stuck. Understanding the power of mindset. Your mindset is a foundation on which your entire life stands. It shapes your thoughts, controls your emotions, and influences every action you take. Think of your mind like a garden. If you keep planting seeds of doubt, you'll grow weeds of fear and failure. But if you fill it with strong, positive beliefs, it will bloom with opportunities and success. There are two types of mindsets: fixed and growth. A fixed mindset believes that talent and intelligence are unchangeable. It avoids challenges, fearing that failure will expose weakness. A growth mindset, however, welcomes challenges. It sees mistakes as lessons, not setbacks. Thomas Edison understood this when he said, "I haven't failed, I just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's what real resilience looks like. Your thoughts shape your emotions, and your emotions guide your actions. Negative thinking creates fear, hesitation, and procrastination. Positive thinking creates confidence, courage, and motivation. That's why building a strong mindset begins with identifying your limiting beliefs, those silent voices that whisper, "I can't do this," or "I'm not good enough." When they appear, replace them with empowering thoughts like, "I'm learning every day," or "Each challenge makes me stronger." This simple shift doesn't just change your mindset, it changes your life story. For example, someone facing career setbacks might see rejection as failure. But with a growth mindset, rejection becomes redirection, an opportunity to learn, improve, and return stronger. Developing this mindset takes daily effort. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about facing reality with strength and clarity. Practice observing your thoughts, managing your emotions, and choosing responses that match your goals. Over time, these small shifts create a major transformation. Your mindset is not fixed. It grows when you nurture it. A strong mindset protects you from stress, helps you recover faster from failure, and turns criticism into feedback. Commit to training your mind daily, and you'll watch your life evolve from limited possibilities to limitless potential. Most people live their lives on autopilot, reacting to everything around them without realizing why. They fall into the same emotional patterns over and over again: anger, frustration, anxiety, without understanding the triggers behind them. But when you develop self-awareness, you gain a powerful ability to change the way you respond to the world. At its core, self-awareness helps you recognize your emotional triggers, the thoughts, situations, or memories that cause strong reactions. Maybe it's a stressful day at work, a difficult conversation, or an old wound being touched again. When you learn to notice these triggers, you give yourself the power to pause before reacting. Instead of lashing out in anger or shutting down in frustration, you stop, reflect, and choose a response that matches your values and long-term goals. Just as important as self-awareness is emotional regulation, the skill of managing your emotions instead of letting them control you. Emotions themselves aren't bad. They're signals, messengers telling you something about your inner world. The key is how you handle them. When stress, disappointment, or frustration hits, take a step back and ask yourself, am I reacting out of emotion or responding with intention? This small pause is where strength lives. The ability to regulate emotions keeps you balanced under pressure and helps you make better decisions when life feels chaotic. Building self-awareness takes daily effort. One of the most effective tools is journaling. Writing down your thoughts and emotions helps you see patterns in how you think, feel, and react. Meditation and mindfulness are also powerful. They train your mind to stay present, to observe your thoughts without judgment. These practices create space between what happens and how you respond, allowing you to act with clarity instead of impulse. It's also important not to suppress your emotions. Ignoring sadness, anger, or fear doesn't make them disappear. It only buries them deeper. Instead, acknowledge what you feel. Understand where it comes from. Then channel that energy into something constructive. This is how emotional resilience is built, by processing emotions with awareness rather than reacting blindly. Self-awareness also helps you set boundaries, which are essential for protecting your mental and emotional well-being. Knowing when to say no, when to rest, and what drains your energy is vital. Without clear boundaries, you risk burnout and resentment. But when you know yourself, your needs, your limits, and your priorities, you make choices that align with your peace and your purpose. The journey towards self-awareness never ends. The deeper you understand yourself, the easier it becomes to break free from old patterns and step into balance. When you master this skill, you move through life with emotional stability, clarity, and confidence. Because true transformation doesn't start with changing the world around you. It starts with understanding the world within you. Cultivating a growth mindset. One of the most powerful shifts you can make in life is adopting a growth mindset. The belief that your intelligence, abilities, and potential are not fixed, but can always expand through effort, learning, and persistence. People with a growth mindset don't fear mistakes or criticism. Instead, they see both as opportunities to grow stronger. Learning to embrace feedback is a key part of this mindset. Most people take criticism personally, seeing it as an attack or judgment. But those who understand growth know that feedback is a mirror. It reflects areas where improvement is possible. Instead of feeling offended, they listen, evaluate, and refine. Every piece of constructive feedback becomes a tool, a stepping stone toward mastery and excellence. Another cornerstone of growth is effort. While natural talent and intelligence can give you a head start, they are never enough to sustain success. True achievement is driven by consistency, determination, and a willingness to keep going even when progress feels slow. Those who grow never stop trying. They understand that perseverance separates those who stagnate from those who evolve. To keep a growth mindset alive, continuous self-education is essential. Read books that challenge your thinking. Enroll in courses that stretch your skills. Learn from mentors, conversations, and even from failure itself. Every new experience expands your perspective and strengthens your ability to think creatively, solve problems, and adapt to change. Ultimately, a growth mindset fuels both personal development and professional success. It builds resilience, creativity, and an unstoppable hunger for learning. The world is constantly changing, and those who continue to grow will always stay ahead of the curve. When you commit to continuous improvement, you unlock your limitless potential and create a future defined by progress and achievement. Building stress resilience. Life will always bring challenges, uncertainty, and setbacks, but a healthy, focused mindset gives you the power to face them without losing your balance. Stress management is one of the most important skills you can ever develop because unmanaged stress leads to burnout, anxiety, and exhaustion. The goal isn't to eliminate stress. It's to respond to it in a way that strengthens you, not breaks you. Stress itself isn't the enemy. It's your reaction to stress that determines its effect. Those who lack coping strategies often feel drained, irritable, and overwhelmed. But resilient individuals see stress as something to be managed and mastered. They use it as fuel for focus, growth, and strength. One of the most effective ways to manage stress is through mindfulness practices, deep breathing, meditation, and relaxation techniques that calm your nervous system and help you regain clarity. Physical activity, whether walking, yoga, or strength training, releases endorphins that lift your mood and naturally reduce tension. These simple habits bring peace to your mind and control to your emotions, allowing you to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively. Resilience doesn't mean avoiding problems. It means adapting to them. Every obstacle becomes a lesson, every setback a stepping stone. When you change your perspective, life's challenges begin to shape you instead of break you. Each difficulty builds emotional endurance, patience, and wisdom. Developing healthy coping mechanisms is another essential part of resilience. Break big problems into smaller, manageable steps. Seek support from trusted friends, mentors, or counselors when you need perspective. Spend time in hobbies or creative outlets that bring joy and relaxation. They balance your mind and remind you of life's beauty beyond stress. And most importantly, take care of yourself. Prioritize sleep, proper nutrition, and rest. Protect your energy by setting boundaries and walking away from negativity or toxic environments. When your body and mind are nourished, you become naturally more resilient and capable of facing any storm. Building resilience and mastering stress is a lifelong practice. But the stronger you become on the inside, the calmer and more confident you'll appear on the outside. You'll stop being overwhelmed by adversity and start meeting life with grace, strength, and unshakable peace. With grace and composure, life will always test you with challenges and unexpected turns. But with a right mindset, you can face every situation with grace and composure. Stress doesn't have to be your enemy. It can be your greatest teacher. When you learn to manage it with wisdom and awareness, every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow stronger. By strengthening your resilience, you not only protect your mental well-being but also empower yourself to live with confidence, purpose, and inner peace. Developing positive thought patterns. Your thoughts are the architects of your reality. The way you think determines how you see the world, how you handle obstacles, and how far you'll go in life. Developing positive thought patterns doesn't mean pretending everything is perfect. It means focusing your mind on solutions instead of problems. When you train your thoughts to be constructive and empowering, you naturally boost your confidence, build resilience, and create a deep sense of control over your life. One of the biggest barriers of positive thinking is negative self-talk. Those quiet, repetitive thoughts, I'm not good enough, I always fail, I'll never make it, become mental chains that limit your growth. But remember, you have the power to rewrite that inner dialogue. Replace those limiting beliefs with empowering affirmations such as, I am learning every day, or every challenge makes me stronger. These words reprogram your mind, creating a mindset built on progress and possibility instead of fear and doubt. Gratitude is another powerful tool for transforming your thoughts. When you shift your focus from what's missing to what's already abundant, your perspective changes completely. Gratitude trains your mind to see blessings where others see burdens. By keeping a gratitude journal or taking a few moments daily to reflect on what you appreciate, you naturally become more optimistic and emotionally balanced. Your environment also shapes your thoughts. Surround yourself with people who uplift, inspire, and encourage you. Positive energy is contagious. When you're around growth-minded, optimistic individuals, their strength becomes your strength. Likewise, distance yourself from negativity, whether it's toxic relationships, pessimistic conversations, or your own self-doubt. Protect your mental space like it's sacred, because it is. Engage in activities that feed your mind with inspiration. Read empowering books, practice mindfulness, exercise regularly, and explore creative passions. Each of these habits reinforces positivity and strengthens your inner resilience. Like any habit, positive thinking takes practice. You won't wake up perfectly optimistic overnight, but with small, consistent shift in how you think, you'll soon notice a powerful transformation. Over time, you'll begin to see every setback as a lesson, every obstacle as an opportunity, and every day as a new chance to grow. A positive mindset isn't about ignoring reality. It's about believing in your ability to create a fulfilling, meaningful life through the power of your thoughts. Setting realistic goals and taking action. A healthy mindset is not just about positive thinking. It's about direction and purpose. Without clear goals, even the best intentions lose momentum. Setting realistic, meaningful goals gives your life focus. It transforms vague dreams like I want to be successful into tangible steps that lead to real progress. The key is balance. Your goals should challenge you enough to inspire growth, but still be achievable enough to maintain motivation. Set the bar too high, and you risk frustration. Too low, and you stop growing. The magic lies in creating a structured plan that allows for steady improvement over time. Remember, success isn't built in a single moment. It's a result of small, consistent actions repeated daily. Two common obstacles often block progress: procrastination and perfectionism. The longer you delay a task, the heavier it feels. And the more you chase perfection, the less you actually get done. The truth is, imperfect action beats perfect inaction every time. Progress matters more than perfection. Every small step forward builds momentum and strengthens your mindset. Regular self-reflection helps you stay on track. Take time to review your goals, evaluate your progress, and adjust your strategies when needed. Celebrate small victories. They are proof that you're moving in the right direction. Write down your goals, track milestones, and acknowledge achievements. Each success, no matter how small, reinforces your belief in your own potential. A goal-oriented mindset fuels confidence. The more progress you see, the more you believe in yourself. That self-belief becomes a powerful force that pushes you to aim higher and stay consistent. Celebrate your milestones, not because you've reached the end, but because you've grown along the way. Tracking your progress through journaling, apps, or simple checklists helps you make better decisions and refine your approach. Adjusting your path doesn't mean failure. It means flexibility and growth. The most successful people are not those who never face setbacks, but those who adapt and continue moving forward. Ultimately, a healthy mindset isn't just about how you think. It's about what you do with those thoughts. Success is built on the foundation of clarity, consistent action, and unwavering faith in yourself. When your thoughts and actions align, nothing can stop your progress. Consistent effort and goal-oriented living. Success is never built in a day. It's a result of consistent effort. By developing a goal-oriented mindset, you empower yourself to turn dreams into reality. Each small, deliberate step you take brings you closer to the life you envision, a life filled with purpose, growth, and fulfillment. Practicing gratitude and optimism. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools you can use to transform your mind. It shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already abundant in your life. When you appreciate what you have instead of worrying about what you lack, you naturally release stress, reduce negativity, and invite peace into your heart. Gratitude trains your brain to look for the good in every situation, rewiring your mindset for happiness, resilience, and success. Start small. Each day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't need to be extraordinary. Sometimes it's a kind word, a warm meal, or the beauty of a sunrise. The more you focus on appreciation, the more your mind learns to recognize joy in the present moment. Optimism works hand in hand with gratitude. It's not about denying challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about believing that good outcomes are possible even when things get tough. An optimistic person doesn't run from obstacles. They face them with faith and courage, trusting that every setback carries a lesson. This belief strengthens resilience. Optimists recover faster from difficulties because they see challenges not as the end, but as opportunities to grow stronger. When you live with gratitude and optimism, you create a powerful balance, appreciating what you have today while staying hopeful about what's coming tomorrow. This mindset keeps you grounded in the present yet motivated for the future. Studies even show that consistent gratitude and optimism rewire your brain, making positivity more natural and automatic over time. To build this habit, practice simple actions every day. Journal, meditate, express appreciation to others, or surround yourself with positive people and uplifting content. Over time, these daily choices reshape your perspective. Life feels lighter, your energy becomes calmer, and challenges begin to look like stepping stones instead of barriers. Gratitude and optimism aren't just emotions. They are powerful mental habits that open the door to lasting success, joy, and inner peace. Surrounding yourself with the right influences. Your environment shapes your mindset more than you realize. The people around you, the conversations you engage in, and even the content you consume all play a role in how you think and feel. When you surround yourself with positive, supportive, and growth-oriented people, their energy elevates yours. But if you're constantly exposed to negativity, criticism, or toxic influences, your motivation and confidence begin to fade. Choose your circle wisely. Spend time with people who inspire you, challenge you, and push you to become better. Seek mentors who guide you through obstacles, friends who encourage your growth, and communities that share your ambitions. The company you keep directly influences your outlook and success. Be mindful, too, of your digital environment. The media you follow, social accounts, videos, or news, feed your mind just like food feeds your body. If you constantly consume negativity or chaos, it clouds your thinking. But if you engage with positive, educational, and motivational content, your mindset becomes sharper, stronger, and more resilient. Also, pay attention to the conversations you allow yourself to take part in. Gossip, complaints, and negativity drain energy and reinforce limiting beliefs. Instead, engage in discussions about growth, solutions, and progress. Talk about dreams, not doubts. Every conversation either builds you up or breaks you down. Choose those that strengthen your spirit. Creating a supportive environment doesn't mean avoiding all negativity. It means protecting your energy and aligning yourself with people and ideas that move you forward. Your mindset reflects the energy you absorb. So surround yourself with influences that inspire optimism, action, and excellence, and you'll naturally rise to their level. Balancing work, life, and rest. A strong mindset requires balance. In today's world, we're taught to glorify non-stop hustle, as if rest is weakness and stillness is failure. But true strength lies in balance. Without it, even the most driven person eventually burns out. A healthy mind thrives when work, rest, and personal time are in harmony. Rest is not laziness, it's recovery. It's the process of recharging your mind and body so you can perform at your best. Taking time to disconnect, reflect, and simply breathe allows you to return to your goals with renewed energy and sharper focus. Work with dedication, but also honor your need for stillness. Spend time with loved ones, enjoy nature, pursue hobbies, and take moments of quiet reflection. These are not distractions, they are fuel for the soul. Balance creates clarity, and clarity gives you power. When your life is balanced, you become more creative, more productive, and more at peace with yourself. You stop chasing success desperately and start attracting it naturally. Remember, the goal is not just to live a busy life, it's to live a meaningful one. When you balance your work, your relationships, and your inner peace, you build a foundation that supports lasting happiness and success. 9. Balancing work, life, and rest. A healthy mindset thrives on balance. In a world that often glorifies constant hustle and productivity, it's easy to fall into the trap of overworking and neglecting rest. However, true success is not measured by how busy you are, but by how well you manage your time, energy, and overall well-being. Balance allows your mind and body to recharge, ensuring that you perform at your best both personally and professionally. Work is essential. It gives us purpose, achievement, and financial security. But when work consumes every part of life, it leads to exhaustion, stress, and burnout. The key lies in setting healthy boundaries between your professional and personal time. This means learning when to say no, managing your workload realistically, and recognizing that taking breaks doesn't mean you're lazy. It means you're smart enough to maintain your long-term effectiveness. Rest is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Your brain and body require downtime to recover and regenerate. Prioritizing sleep, relaxation, and leisure activities enhances creativity, focus, and decision-making abilities. When you are well-rested, you think more clearly, handle stress more effectively, and find greater enjoyment in your work and relationships. Life outside of work, including family, hobbies, and self-care, plays a crucial role in maintaining mental and emotional health. Spending quality time with loved ones strengthens emotional connections and provides support during stressful times. Engaging in hobbies and creative pursuits refreshes your mind and helps you rediscover joy beyond professional success. Balancing work and life also involves effective time management. Creating a daily routine that includes focused work periods, regular breaks, and personal time prevents burnout and enhances productivity. Scheduling short breaks throughout your day, even just 5 minutes of stretching or deep breathing, can reset your focus and boost energy levels. Another essential part of balance is learning to disconnect from technology. Constant exposure to notifications, emails, and social media can overload your mind and make it difficult to truly relax. Setting aside digital-free time each day helps calm your thoughts and reconnect with the present moment. Remember, balance looks different for everyone. Some days may require more work, while others are better spent resting or reconnecting with loved ones. What matters most is awareness, knowing when you're pushing too hard and giving yourself permission to pause. By listening to your body and honoring your limits, you create a sustainable rhythm that supports long-term health, happiness, and success. When work, life, and rest exist in harmony, you experience greater mental clarity, emotional stability, and personal fulfillment. You no longer feel torn between responsibilities. Instead, you move through life with a steady sense of purpose and peace. Balance is not something you find once. It's something you practice every day, adjusting as life changes. Through consistent effort, awareness, and self-care, you build a mindset that sustains both achievement and joy. 10. Developing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, often called EQ, is one of the most powerful skills for building a healthy mindset and achieving long-term success. It refers to the ability to understand, manage, and express your emotions effectively while also recognizing and responding to the emotions of others. People with high emotional intelligence tend to navigate life's challenges more gracefully, build stronger relationships, and maintain inner balance even under pressure. The first pillar of emotional intelligence is self-awareness, the ability to recognize your emotions as they arise and understand how they influence your thoughts and actions. When you are self-aware, you can pause and reflect before reacting impulsively. Instead of being controlled by anger, frustration, or fear, you can choose a calm and thoughtful response. Self-awareness also helps you identify patterns in your behavior, enabling you to make conscious changes that support your growth and well-being. The second key aspect is self-regulation, the skill of managing your emotional responses in healthy and constructive ways. Life will always present stressful or triggering situations, but emotional intelligence allows you to stay centered and composed. Instead of reacting out of anger or panic, you learn to respond with patience, understanding, and confidence. Techniques like deep breathing, mindfulness, and journaling can help calm your mind and keep your emotions in balance. Another vital component is motivation. Emotionally intelligent individuals are driven not only by external rewards such as money or recognition, but by an inner desire to grow, learn, and achieve meaningful goals. They stay optimistic and persistent even when faced with setbacks. This inner motivation builds resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger from challenges and maintain focus on what truly matters. Empathy is perhaps the heart of emotional intelligence. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of others, to see the world through their eyes. Empathy deepens connections, strengthens trust, and promotes kindness in both personal and professional relationships. When you listen to others without judgment and show genuine care for their experiences, you create an environment of respect and support. Empathy also improves communication, helping you resolve conflicts peacefully and build stronger teams. The final component of emotional intelligence is social skills, the ability to interact effectively with others, maintain positive relationships, and influence people in meaningful ways. Strong social skills involve active listening, clear communication, and cooperation. Whether you're leading a team, supporting a friend, or networking with new people, your ability to connect authentically can open countless doors to success. Developing emotional intelligence requires consistent self-reflection and practice. Start by paying attention to how you feel in different situations and how your emotions influence your reactions. Notice your triggers and learn to pause before responding. Practice empathy by putting yourself in others' shoes and truly listening to what they have to say. Communicate openly and respectfully, and always aim to understand rather than simply reply. As your emotional intelligence grows, you'll notice profound transformation in your mindset. You'll become calmer, more patient, and more understanding, both toward yourself and others. Conflicts will feel easier to manage, relationships will become more harmonious, and your ability to stay focused during stressful times will strengthen. Emotional intelligence not only enhances personal happiness, but also drives professional success. Employers, leaders, and innovators all recognize that emotional awareness is just as important as technical skills. A person who can stay composed, collaborate effectively, and inspire others through empathy is someone who naturally rises to leadership and influence. Ultimately, emotional intelligence is a bridge between inner peace and outer success. It empowers you to lead with compassion, communicate with clarity, and live with purpose. By developing this essential skill, you nurture a mindset that is emotionally balanced, mentally strong, and deeply connected to the world around you.